Haha, just kidding, everyone. Just kidding, everyone. Is it still on?
Okay,
I don't know what am I doing.
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
You just don't have it on your.
Lemon. Hi everyone. Sorry, we had kind of a hilarious intro there. Mama, Shadow, Death, Lemon. How's the day? I've had a very interesting day. Let's just say that. Yeah, it's 2:30 already. Death, that's exactly what Sammy looks like. Sup. Hey, Death, aren't you supposed to be streaming today? Or no, you're off Fridays. That's right. We do Wednesday and the weekend. How is everyone's weather today? Because mine is just straight rain now. Let's just say when it rains, it pours. We had a very eventful morning. So did we get it fixed? Yes. So we were going somewhere like around 2 hours away up north on island. And in a place called Duncan, we were beside a semi-truck and we hear this like loud thumping, like it was the engine brakes that they were slowing down for the scale. But actually it was our tire bursting, so we ended up pulling right over by the scale. Luckily there was like a car dealership right up the road, so they called a tow truck for us. And then we got it towed to the auto shop. They changed all the tires, which we were going to get a rim up north for one of the tires so that it would match everyone else, but that didn't happen. At least we got all the winter tires switched off to the summer tires, so yay for that. Everyone is okay. Sammy, when he went to look at the tire, it was the back passenger side one. We like pulled over right to the ditch because we were kind of in the way on the off-ramp. And the grass was super long, so you couldn't really tell that it was a ditch. So he backed up and like fell back into this 5-foot ditch and like ended up twisting his ankle. It was a very interesting day, but everything is good. We made it back home. Posh is taking care of Sam now. He's iced his ankle already. And we're ready to get started. What a day though. Like, when it rains, it pours. That's all I'll say. Speedy recovery. Yeah. It's just like, why? But that's life, guys. You just have to power through that stuff. Like, if you let that little stuff get to you, then, like, I don't know. You need to get stronger and push through the tough times and, like, realize that that's not going to be the worst thing that happens to you. It doesn't rain. I like the rain. I honestly don't mind the rain. So we got home around just after 1. I ended up picking a bunch of veg from the garden. I haven't really had time to wash it or put it away yet. So we'll do that first thing on stream. There's not too much. And we will talk about maybe the veg and stuff as well. Not a very hard stream today either. It's going to be pretty chill. Honestly, I'm in like full morning mode about Anthony Bourdain. Didn't even really want to stream today, but I know it'll be so much better having you guys around. So I am cooking for him today. Let's just say that. It would be silly of me not to cook. So salmon steaks baked with lemon butter. So we're going to make a lemon butter together today. And then also buttered baby potatoes with dill. One of my favorite ways to eat potatoes, honestly. So simple, but so good. And then just some sauteed garden greens. And I think I'm going to just use Swiss chard and kale is what I picked today. Hey, Mama, how are you? And then to garnish, we will be slicing up some of the pickled garlic scapes we made last weekend. I have not opened a jar yet. I have not tried it, so I'm pretty excited for that. And then our creme fraiche that we made on Tuesday, I believe, is also going to be going on the plate. So yum. It's going to be so good. And our timeline. So there's no dishes today that take exceptionally long to cook, but we do have a wide variety of things to prep. And also we're going to be doing a couple different cooking methods as well. Hey, Tig. Been a heartbreaking day. Like, oh man. Like, the weather just sums up what is going on right now for a lot of us, at least where I am. Very heartbreaking though. Like, when I read that message in Discord this morning from FemChef, that was the first thing I did. And it made me really upset. It really does. If you guys want to have a talk about it, let's do it later on. Harry Potter, you made it in. How are you? What did I have for lunch? You guys are gonna laugh. Sammy and I stopped at McDonald's and we tried the new like chicken burgers. I got the tomato mozza one. It actually was not bad. Not bad. Man, how can you beat like a 2-person meal for 14 bucks when you don't want to like stop for very long? It's legit. I know. Guys, I eat McDonald's. I am a normal person. Hello, people from Italy. I don't think we have too many here. Is that where you're from though, Harry Potter? You're so shocked? Yes! Shaking the world up, guys. Just another day in the life. McD's, yep. And honestly, it was not bad. Everything was super fresh. I don't feel bad about eating it. Haha. Lauren. Hey there, how are you? Is this your first time in here? You love the Big Mac. Yeah, we didn't really feel like eating beef today. So we went with the chicken. Hey, Vune. Well wishes to you as well. So back to the salmon, which is going to take around 15 to 20 minutes to bake in a 425 Fahrenheit oven. The potatoes will take around half an hour to prep and cook. And lastly, the sauteed greens take max 10 minutes to prep and cook. Really, really quick cook time on these, maybe 5 minutes in a pot, that's it. And the dish is going to be garnished with our creme fraiche and pickled garlic scapes, like I said earlier. Opterix, hey, hey. Happy Friday, oh man. Last day with the kiddos. Hopefully there weren't too many tears. Oh, Rook told you to check it out. Cool. Oh, I know who you are. You're Rook's wife. Welcome in, Lauren. I'm putting your guys' names together now. Honors convocation. That's it, Opterix. McD's and French fries when you've had too much to drink. Oh, man. Too good. And it's not like we eat it every day, right? So for something that is inexpensive and always consistent, I don't know. I can't say anything bad about it. And I guess that's the good thing. So ingredients today, I have 4 salmon steaks that I picked up. They are Atlantic, so they are a lot more fatty, which I love these salmon steaks because they are super moist when you cook them up. Whether you grill them or pan fry or just bake, they're always really good. I think it just has to do with them being still covered in the skin and having the bones in. But that just helps to keep it moist and a lot more flavorful. Oh my gosh, Opterix, that's so nice. See, the world needs more of that. And then with our salmon steaks, like I said, we're going to be making a lemon butter. So we'll need some lemon zest and some butter. I'm not sure if I want to infuse it with anything else, to be honest. But I will be seasoning the salmon with a lemon and dill infused salt that is made right here in soup. So there's that. That is terrifying, Death. I do not blame you then. But honestly, so far all of most of the McDonald's on the island have been like spot on. Except for the one in Souk where we live. Like Sam and I are never going there again because it's just terrible. But every other one has been good. Whether it's like mostly we just go for breakfast sometimes or just a coffee. Okay, and then that's it for the salmon. So we're just going to mix in some lemon zest with butter, whip it up so it's nice and light, season the salmon, put the butter on it before we bake it. And then our buttered baby potatoes with dill, super simple. Just going to use some of these little potatoes here. It's like a trio of baby potatoes. And then we will chop some fresh dill and put some butter aside for that as well. Lots of butter today. Butter is so good with everything, so I don't even care. I feel like I'm a garden or something. You love this brand? Yeah. They are Canadian as well, which is great. Little Potato Company in Edmonton. The McDonald's in Scottsdale got shut down. Wow. Okay, and then our sauteed garden greens, I think we'll just simply saute them with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and then maybe just spritz on some lemon juice from the lemon that we zest for the butter. Because we will get our brininess and a lot more flavor in the pickled garlic scapes for garnish. And then obviously the creme fraiche is really, really rich. So it's just gonna bring everything in the dish together. Order prep. So first things first, we'll make the lemon butter, prep up our salmon steaks after that. We can put them back in the fridge until later though, once they're dressed. We'll prep up our greens, do some chatting. I'm not going to tell you the topics yet because that's going to spoil it. And we will prep the potatoes and dill after that. Slice up the garlic scapes for garnish. We don't have to do anything with the creme fraiche. It is in the fridge already. We did that last night. And then we'll heat our oven to 425 for the salmon. Start boiling the potatoes. Saute the greens. And then plate and taste everything. Lemon butter. No, lemon pepper. That would be good as well on this tryst. I don't know where it is though. I don't have it here in my spice cabinet, so I'm guessing it's upstairs. And that's it, guys. So just a bunch of prep today, but everything is gonna kind of cook around the same time later. So it should come together pretty quick. And nothing is very complicated either. Beat you to it. Yo, Albus, how are you? And Rook. How's it going, guys? Happy Friday, everyone. We made it through another week. Although this wasn't not the Friday like I was hoping for. Still grateful to be here. Okay, so some of the people in chat I'm sure do not know who Anthony Bourdain is. So I'm going to do a little bit of history on him. I know the culinary world is super shook up about what happened last night or what was discovered this morning. So let's just learn a bit more about him so people can get familiarized. Because even though he's gone now, I think that his influence is still going to carry on through his writing and his videos. And I challenge anyone who doesn't know who Anthony Bourdain is to maybe go onto YouTube this weekend and watch a couple of his videos if you can. What Friday was I hoping for? Something a little less like emotional and stable. Okay, so Anthony Bourdain was an American celebrity chef, author, and television personality. He was noted by popular sources as one of the most influential chefs of the world. I 100% agree with this. I think even though he never had like a cooking show, the way that his shows were made was amazing for us to get a lot of inspiration from his travels. I know for me that was huge when I was planning my travel trips across the world. I always went back and watched some of the shows about where he went before I went to those places. So Bourdain was a 1978 graduate of the CIA and a veteran of numerous professional kitchens, including many years spent as executive chef at Brasserie Les Halles. He first became known for his 2000 best-selling book, Kitchen Confidential, Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly. If you guys have not read this book, it is amazing. I would for sure order it off Amazon. I'm sure all of the prices on his books are going to go up now, because those are going to be treasured for a long, long time. It is a very entertaining book, and it will kind of show you how kitchens used to be and like how rough it actually was to be a cook or a chef So his first food and world travel television show was A Cook's Tour, which ran for 35 episodes on the Food Network from 2002 through 2003. And then in 2005 is when he began hosting No Reservations. And he did that up until 2012. And then after that, he worked on The Layover for 2 years, between 2011 and 2013. And then he switched to CNN to host Parts Unknown. So a lot of traveling, a lot of eating, and checking out the different cultures and how the food is prepared. Julia Child was also with the OSS, which became the CIA. Yeah, super cool. Though Anthony was best known for his culinary achievements and television presentations, along with several books on food and cooking and travel adventures, Bourdain's lesser-known writings include both fiction and historical nonfiction. So he probably has more books than even I know about, which is awesome. Yeah, No Reservations, so good. The Layover was great too. I know I hit up a couple of spots on like a bunch of his shows. So Bourdain wrote that his love of food was aroused in his youth while on a family vacation in France when he tried his first oyster on an oyster fisherman's boat. And that is all I'm going to go into so far. And one of the more sad things about this story is that his best friend, Eric Ripert, which I'm sure some of you guys know as well, really famous French chef, was the one who found him last night. So it's a tough one, guys. It really is. When you were in Singapore, he was basically your tour guide. Yep. Exactly, Tig. Like, I loved all of the places he went because it was just like real food. He didn't go to those fancy, big name restaurants. He went to places that people would not normally go. Steve, you got big news. What is it, man? Okay, with that being said, let us get into just packaging up some of the stuff I harvested today in the rain, believe it or not. So I picked a bunch of herbs because they are going crazy now. And you don't want to let your herbs grow too big because then they will start to bolt and flower and not actually taste the same after that. So it's always really good to give your herbs like a good trim at least once a week. I'm just going to lay them out on the board for you guys to see. He also decreed the growing food snobbery that has become more pervasive among food critics. Yep, I love his attitude. You're going to come to the island to work with your brother. That is so cool, Steve. Whereabouts is he working again? Yeah, that is so, so cool. And like, the other weird thing is that the other weekend, Sammy was like, you should like really do some cooking out of some cookbooks on your show. And so we took out 2 cookbooks. One of them was for Sammy called Action Bronson's Fuck That's Delicious. I don't know if you guys have seen it. And then the one that Sammy took out for me to cook out of was Anthony Bourdain's. So I never even got to cook out of it before he passed away. Like, what the heck? Like, I don't know if that's a sign or what. And then here's the other one, which is obnoxiously orange. But I will be cooking out of that book next week for sure. He is a rapper, but he was first a chef. That was his first thing. So here are the herbs that I harvested today, guys. So I did a bunch of chives. This did not even make a dent in the plant. Your favorite cookbook is 50 Shades of Chicken. Oh my God, I've seen that one. It is pretty epic. Hey Buff, how are you feeling? How is the leg? Victoria, you'll be living and working in Sydney. So that's right by the ferries. That's nice. That is going to be so cool, Steve. Hey, Dante, how are you? Got some lovely herbs. Yeah, so chives. Here's our sage, which this is some of the biggest sage leaves I've ever seen. Just a little bit of thyme, which maybe we'll put our lemon thyme into our lemon butter today. So let's leave that aside. Here's a little bit of dill, super delicate. And then I gave the cilantro a really good haircut because it was starting to bolt, which if you can kind of see these like more grassy looking leaves, that's how you know it's starting to be bad for you. So cut that off and you'll be surprised how quick it will grow back. I grow all of this. Hey, Brum Brum. I got too much blood. Yeah, watch out, world. So now, the way that I'm going to pack these is in a Ziploc bag with a damp paper towel. And then, because we haven't washed these or anything like that, these should stay in the fridge for like at least a week, if not more. You don't need the towel like soaking wet. Just enough to keep everything moist. But if you're tired and drugged up, oh man. Action Bronson is also big into cannabis. Yeah, he's actually coming out with a second season of his show on Vice called Fuck That's Delicious. I was just looking at our TV provider today and they took the program off of the channel list, so I guess we don't get Vice anymore. I was gonna order it, but I guess that's a nope. So I'm gonna leave out some of the chives to garnish our meal with as well. And I don't know what Posh is doing, but I think I have to let her upstairs. She's being a tap dancer. I'm sure you guys can hear it in the background. It's your first job in construction and you'll be moving out of your parents for a month. That's gonna fly by though. Okay. Yeah, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. I was like, yes. I love Harry Potter. So that's our herbs. That's all you have to do. You don't have to completely seal the bag. You can leave it a little bit open so they can breathe still. And then next, I had to pick more bok choy, you guys. It's just insane. Like, look how fast it's growing. I can't even keep up. I feel like I'm gonna eventually have to be giving some of this away. Maybe you'll be able to stalk me. Well, let's not, like, please don't stalk me. But if you ever want to come over for dinner, I'm in. I'd rather not have you stalk me, though. You taught Harry everything. It's true, Albus. So I did already wash these. So I'm just going to put them into the Ziploc. Just to kind of keep everything together. Yeah, we don't need any more stoppers. We're good. 5, 6, 7, and 7 part 2. I like them all. So that's it. That's all I'm going to do to package those. But put it in your crisper. Anything leafy like this will wilt super quick. So you want to protect it in the crisper. That's why it's there. You're just messing with me, Steve. I know. I know you won't stalk me. February with the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome in. That's amazing. Another one. So just so you know, February, you are entered into the giveaway to win a Search and Rescue denim apron. close to a $200 value, so yay for that. Your free sub has entered you into the giveaway. How far am I from Sydney? Sydney is around, on a good day of traffic, let's say, close to 45 minutes away. Lauren, thanks for the follow as well. Hope you enjoy your stay. You can't wait to see who wins it. Me neither. And then let's look at our Swiss chard that we're going to be using. So I got one bunch here that I was able to bunch up. It's really, really nice. You were thinking Sydney, Australia. No, there's a Sydney here too. Just grab the other stuff out of the sink. There was a lot to pick. Like, huge harvest today. And it feels good, guys. It feels really good. Boom. You even have a pile of greens. Thunderstruck, you want Steve to stalk you? Yeah, that would be a pretty long one. So these guys, I think we'll just set them aside in a big bowl for us to process later. And then I know it looks like a lot, but it does cook down by like at least half when you heat it up. You're gonna drive 13 hours all the way? You're crazy. Why don't you stop in like Kamloops and stay overnight or something? Boom. Bowl of chard. Complete. And then the last stuff that I picked, which I didn't wash yet, is the curly kale. So there's quite a bit here as well. I like to just kind of organize it by the stalks. Then we'll put the leafy part in the bag, I think. That way it'll be a little bit more protected. Which is 12 and a half hours. Yeah, it's nice to just like get the drive done with. Driving with your boss means no waste in time. That is true. Tris, the prints on my leggings are, let's see, I don't know if you can see them. I have like french fries, pickles, skull, pizzas, and burgers, milkshakes, and cupcakes. You want Swiss chard now. It's so good. And I've not even tasted this one yet, so that's the first harvest. And then these greens will be used for the smoothie, I think. I'm just gonna put some of this stuff away. And then we can start prepping. I know Betty got these leggings for me one Christmas. She surprised me. And I don't know if I can fit these here actually, so I'm gonna be right back. Fridge is stuffed. Lemon for us. Okie dokes. Let's do this. Anyone got some crazy plans for the weekend? lemon. Maybe that's reserved for limping. No, I have Lulu. I'm just not wearing any. There is goo everywhere. My zombie pants. Oh, Steve, I think you will love it here. And I'm not just saying that. How could you not, honestly? You have to go to a graduation on Sunday? Boo! Well, I mean, yeah, it's good. But it kind of sucks that it's taking up your weekend. But I guess for your kiddos, it's a lot more meaningful, right? Going for a hike, Lemon. Nice. Nice, nice. So let's just soften up our butter first. Hopefully getting your garden in. This is the latest you've not ever had it in. Where are you located, Tig? It means a lot to the seniors. Yeah, I'm sure it does. I mean, you have to be that positive influence for them, right? You'll be missing your younger brother's grad. Aw. Okay, so for our salmon, maybe let's see how much. Let's do like a 1/4 cup of butter. Should be more than enough. Like, we don't need to slather it. The salmon is already moist as it is. In Vancouver, Washington. You rented an exotic car, and you and a friend are driving to the Red Rocks and staying at a house in Sedona and racing in the canyons. That is cool. Really, really cool. All right, Chef Mike, do your magic. You start work on the 26th. What? Man, imagine you win the apron and I can just deliver it to you. Easy peasy. Okay, we don't want to melt the butter. Just soften it. That's surprising that you guys have a late garden this year, especially where you're located. Okay, so just mix your butter up until it's nice and smooth first. And then we can start to mix in our flavorings. And the cherry blossoms bloomed early. It's been a weird year, that's for sure. Your weeds are growing like gangbusters. Stir it up. Getting all the lumps out, even though that probably doesn't matter, but you can see like how nice and silky and smooth that is now. So you like kind of whipped it up, got a little bit of air into there. It's just easier to work with that way rather than having it really hard. You had the hottest May on record. Wow. Yeah, the lemon's naked. Well, let's get it completely naked now. And we'll see if we need some more zest. That's why I brought the other lemon. Here right now, what do we have for time? 3:07. I'm the same as Death. Me and Death are same time, different place. I honestly think that's more than enough lemon zest. Because we know it's strong, right? You still want to be able to taste the salmon as well. So that's enough of that. Just gonna rinse out the microplane. Gotten into an annoying habit of zesting every zestable thing before you use it. Just freeze it. Yeah, exactly. That is the best way to do it, Lemon. Honestly. I think if more restaurants did that, they would save so much money. Or you can be like some of the restaurants I've worked in where we do zest the citrus in the kitchen and then give it to the bartenders who decide not to use it because it's been zested. Apparently that affects the inside juice flavor. But really, I don't know why they did it. How hot does it get here? Not that hot, Steve. Like we can get over 30s some days in the summer when it's like really dry, but it doesn't happen too often. Clapped! You're done school. Congrats and welcome back. It's good to have you. Okay, so now we gotta chop up some of our lemon thyme to put into the butter. And then we can start to dress our fish. 26 Celsius today there. I don't know the temp, but I'm guessing it's around 15 today. It's a little chilly. Your spouse wanted to throw stuff in the freezer away. You're like, no, yeah, it's for my cakes. Don't do it. Right about 21 at the moment. Yeah, that is perfect optics. That's like my favorite temperature as well. Grab the zest of the bunch. Fairly mild in the winter. Yes, exactly, Tig. So winters, I think the lowest we've gone to last winter was around -7. But that's it. And it doesn't usually snow. Or at least if it does, it doesn't stick around for long. Okay, so we took all of the thyme off of the stems. Now we're gonna chop it up. You try to go up the Puget Sound or the island once this summer. You'll have a to-do list. Yes, Tig. If you come over, I will for sure cook for you. Can we cook together on stream? I would love to do that. We love visitors. Like, not enough people visit this place, and it's so beautiful. The hottest weather I've been in. 49 Celsius. I think I was very close to that when I was in central Thailand. It was like so hot you can barely breathe. Weirdest feeling ever. And then that day we had to go to an orphan school and teach the kids English and do stuff with that. And so because we had to do that with the religious restrictions, everyone had to be like fully clothed as well. So it was pretty unfortunate. Not the best day to be wearing pants and a shirt. Okay, there is our lemon thyme butter. So let's get out the salmon. Maybe we'll glaze up some turnips too. I don't know. We'll see how we're feeling. Desposito 2 has been confirmed. Please no. Please no, world. You've been up the east side of the island to Nanaimo. It is so nice. So that's where we were driving today when we had our car issues. We were like halfway there, pretty much, to Nanaimo. You had to wear the full suit today. Yeah. Where are my pajamas? I think I'm just going to pat the salmon dry as well. before we dress it. But you might be really busy, Steve. I want no excuses. You will be coming out for a visit. Okay, both sides are dried off. These steaks look good, hey guys? Just gonna wash my hands, and then we can season it and butter it. And we'll let that kind of sit and marry up in the fridge until it's time to cook it later on. You want to be ninja. Well, there's definitely worse people in the world to want to be, so I would say that is a great person to want to be. I have full respect for Ninja. He has worked his butt off to get to where he is. You guys are so hungry. We're dying. Rook, thanks for the bits, man. Yeah, salmon. I need this in my life today. Drooling. Just 2 days of meetings next week, and then that's it. You're free. Sushi salmon, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't use these for sushi. But yes, I've been craving sushi lately. And this salt, so it's not very salty. So I've learned that as I use it now a couple of times that I should put more than I think I need. So I always find after it's cooked that I'm wanting to add more salt. Oh, you don't have a license or a car. Okay, well maybe Sammy and I will come and pick you up one day then. Are these wild? They're not lemon. Don't hate me, please. Please don't hate me. Laurel, is that you? They look better than the frozen salmon we get. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is I've bought these quite often from Costco and I've never had any issue with them. So every time I see them, it's like kind of a treat for me. Even though it's farmed, I know. But like, I feel like I'm trying my best in other places. So I shouldn't worry too much about it. Let's do some pepper. Salmon ass. Biological salmon. Whoa, is Rook sick? What? I already see how the salmon's like soaking in the seasoning. It was dry on top. Now we're gonna seal it all in with some butter. Sorry, not sorry. Just divide it up evenly between the pieces. This one's pretty big, so we'll put more there. Oh, Sushi Day's on. Vietnamese catfish spring rolls. That sounds interesting. This looks too good, guys. You almost went for a run today. Love it. Keyword almost. Some of the fish farms have really crowded fish. I think you would know if your fish is coming from like one of those terrible fish farms. I'm pretty sure you would be able to tell in like the texture of the meat and the color as well. And the flavor. Because like I said, every time I've bought this, it's never been bad. So unless I have a bad experience, I don't think it's fair for me to be like, I can't eat this. Like, there are definitely worse things for me to eat. I think like all the packaged stuff is a lot worse for the environment than eating farmed fish every now and then. But that is just my opinion. I just want to completely cover the top. And try not to disturb the seasoning too much either, right? Oh yeah, you're a vegetarian, Brum Brum. I'm sorry. I'm not though. Like, I'm not sorry. Everyone has their own method of fueling their body. And that is your choice. But I don't choose that. So thank you for not trying to impose your choices onto other people. Who knows? Maybe later in life things will get really bad and I will choose to not eat meat. I don't know. I am just going with how I feel though. And right now, I don't feel like I want to give it up. Bam. Fish has been buttered. Oh, you don't get anything else, Optrix? Yes, Death. You better start planning some din. This looks too good. So that's obviously going to harden on in the fridge. And that's exactly where it's going right now. How hypnotizing is it? Yep. That's exactly how I felt. Costco has pretty good fish, whether it's farmed or wild. That's how I feel too, Shadow. Like I keep saying, I've never had a bad experience, so I don't feel like I should just not do it because it says farmed on it. Good looking salmon flavored butter. Yeah, is there any salmon there or are we just having butter? So those guys are going to chill for the next little bit. That was pretty easy, hey? And that's just going to bake like that. So it's going to kind of baste itself as it bakes. And hopefully it will brown up a little bit too. Okay, I am just missing a pen here, which luckily I have one in my drawer. So we made the lemon butter, prepped the salmon steaks up. It's time for us to prep the greens. Easy peasy. I think it's beer o'clock. Honestly, Optrix, I've been feeling like I need a drink today. So I might do that up with you. Sammy is napping his ankle off. It will turn to browned butter. It might, Lemon. That would be a very good thing if that happened. I am not opposed to that. But even if the butter ends up kind of running off and just chilling in the bottom of the pan when we bake it, that butter is still going to have a lot of flavor afterwards to just spoon back over the salmon or the whole dish even. It would get a nutty taste, yes. That'd be really good. Okay, let me go find something, guys. Apple juice is fair, yeah. Anyone can grab a drink. Then we'll do a little toast. How about? Actually, what do I have here? What do I got? That's exactly what I want. Something light and refreshing. Which is an apricot grisette. So really, really light beer, 3.9% alcohol. Pretty much just tastes like fruit juice. Like one of my favorite summer drinks. Except this is the second last one that's here. Ah! Okay, cheers, guys. Mixed drink and beer number 4. You are set, Rook. We all need to keep up with you then. Let's do a toast to Tony and all of our great cooking influencers. I feel like that needs to be done. So cheers to Tony and everyone else that has influenced us to keep cooking and keep carrying on with life. That includes every one of you for me, just so you know. Da, 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 da. You can't drink, Trist, you're driving. That's a good choice, man. Respect to that. Kate, don't people say not to meet the heroes, they'll disappoint? What? Cheers, Harry. Weed is a-okay as well, yeah. If that's your drink of choice, that is totally okay. And I think I'll just chop all this up and then give it another wash because I'm still finding some dirt, which is typically the case for Swiss chard just because there's so many curls and different stuff going on. So let's pile this up. Insanity pile. Yeah, you met him, Lemon. Like, ugh. I'm so happy for you that you had that experience. Because, like, a bunch of us now will never be able to experience that. And the way that you told the story is exactly what I would see him doing. Which is great. Work is calling Rook. Just another day in the life. Steve, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm crazy. Trist, I'm looking at it. Wow, that is so cool, man. That looks really, really nice. I hope you guys enjoy that. So let's line up a couple of these leaves and we'll cut the stems off right at the base of the leaves. Because like we did last time, these are just a little bit more tough than the leaves. So we'll cut them down smaller. Hoshiko, how are you? Welcome in. You rented an Audi R8. Sweet. That's what Sammy and I were going to rent in Vegas one time, actually. But then we decided to not rent a car and just eat more stuff. I think it worked out for the best. But for sure, next time we go to Vegas, we'll be renting some kind of supercar and driving it up to the canyon. Is that what it's called? Game Realm Royale. I saw them playing it last night and Sam and I were just like, what? is going on in this game right now? So hard to know what was happening. It's like Fortnite. Okay, but they don't have building. They can go to like the different realms and stuff. They are cheap to rent. Yeah, it is not that expensive. We got some greenery going on in here today. Back and on the computer. Yay! Okay. Since all of that is processed, let's line these guys up. And I think we'll just chop them into 1/2-inch lengths. Yeah, it must have cut down a tree. The crazy part is the plants don't even really look like anything was taken off of it. I'm like, what did I get myself into this summer? So I'm guessing I will be giving away some stuff to neighbors. We'll see. Maybe I can use it up and stay super creative with what I make so we don't get sick of all of the surplus of veggies. You want Poshy Poo? She was down here, but she knows that it's food time for her soon, so she's currently upstairs. I'm sure she'll come down later. Now we will just cut these leaves in half. Actually, let's just stack them and then cut it in half. Let's not be silly. You want weed and you're crying. Grow up, Claft. Pull yourself together. Why are you crying? You didn't even spill your milk. Yeah, just ask Death. So now we're just gonna flip that over onto itself and cut 1-inch wide pieces. You spilled too much tea and exposed yourself. Grabbing the chainsaw. Yes, Death. Death, but how much did that picture of Anthony Bourdain look like you with the hair? I was like, it's Death. It's a young Death. Steve, I want to see Kate and I'm crying. Guys, what? Can we not have any more tears today? It's already emotional enough. The weather in your country is now hot at midnight. The most opportune time. It's like, oh, you want to sleep? Let me just roast you first. You didn't know what to say. Love it. But what's the weather? I love how curious you are, or Harry Potter. Why did I almost call you helicopter? Sunny and cool. My weather right now is cool and rainy. So I'm just gonna go over to the sink quickly, wash this up and spin it out. Then pour it back into the big bowl. And then hopefully hopefully we won't be crunching down on any dirt or sand. That is never enjoyable. Get a little interstellar today, why don't we? Looks like it's gonna rain there, but it's not that humid. Oh, it's very humid here today. Nice day there, Dad. I'm jealous. We got a crap day. Okay, spinning all that water out. Great. And so, like, that's how much water it took out of there, just so you guys can see how much this actually helps. Like, you don't want your veg super wet when you're gonna cook it, because that'll make it mushy. No way, Lemon. Okay, so this is the new spinner from Amazon because our basket did the same thing. And then the lid wouldn't snap on, right? It'd be like lopsided. So we just got this new one sent in from Amazon. And so far it's not getting warped. So maybe the second one is gonna work better for you. Yeah, take off. We're going. Yeah, it totally sucked. I feel you. It made this like awful noise as well. Steampunk, how are you? This is a stack. Stacks on stacks. We got that greenery. Okay, and now we have this pile. So take off the stems again, and then we'll chop it up. You bent it back, put it in the dishwasher, dry cycle. It molded back to the right shape, but it still works back. Weird. That's funny, Lemon. Your salad spinner is a lemon. I thought it was only mine, though, but it's nice to know I'm not alone. Salad spinner travesties. Got that green stacks. You're sad today. Me too, Steampunk. Me too. We did our toast to Tony, just so you know. If you want to now partake in that, I am okay with it. And that is why we're washing it again, because that's a little spider. Fun. Look at that little guy going. I mean, extra protein, right? You only had it for 3 weeks. Yeah, I think that was around the same time I had ours as well. You're all alone. No one here beside you. You're not alone, Steve. There's like 28 of us in here with you. That goes for everyone else. You guys are not alone. If you ever feel that way, never hesitate to contact any of us. at Onion Fam. Squad for life. Okay, veg has been processed. Washing up the last bit. Hopefully there's no spiders. You will die as an onion. So stanky. And you'll make people cry. Pickled eggs! What's up, man? How are you? So you guys were streaming earlier. How was that? How did the day go? Lemon baked salmon sounds amazing. And you don't like salmon. Really? You don't like salmon? Yeah, we made a butter up with lemon zest and thyme. And then spread it onto the salmon. I think it's going to be quite lovely. You would definitely eat it. I think you would too. I believe that. Okay, so that's our chard. All ready to go. All we have to do later is quickly saute it. Today's stream is going to go by quick, guys. And we're probably not going to go all the way to the usual end time because everyone is home today. I think after everything that happened, I don't know. Be good to end early. Just take some time to reflect. You've never tried Alaskan salmon? It is good. I mean, we don't get it here. Okay, so now we're gonna hold off prepping for a bit because all we have left to prep is the potatoes. Sushi Day streaming, yeah, she is. So question of the day, guys. Some of you might be able to answer this or some of you will not, but that is okay. Don't feel bad if you don't have an answer for it. But I would like to get some opinions on what is your favorite memory of Anthony Bourdain? So feel free to post that in chat. I just want to see how he has influenced other people around me and start to kind of get to know you guys better as well in that way. Hoshiku, thank you for the follow. Thanks, Death, for posting the multi-stream. If you guys want to watch Sushi and us at the same time, click on the link that Death just posted, and you will be able to have the two screens together simultaneously. Hey, Vaders. Good to see you, both of you, in here. It's always a nice surprise. So my favorite memory of Bourdain, I don't think I can choose a favorite, but I would just say that whenever I was planning my travels, I would always resort back to watching his shows and where he went and what he did. And then I always tried to fit in some stuff that he did and where he ate in my travels, and every time I did that, it turned out great. So I know that I do have a blog that I wrote when I traveled Europe, and I'm sure that I mentioned him a good handful of times in there. Just saying, today I'm going here, and this is where Bourdain went. So let's see how it goes. Eggs, you would probably say in Egypt when he sips on what they call Egyptian whiskey, which is just a cup of pickle juice. Made you feel like he wasn't a weirdo anymore for drinking pickle juice. Love it. You're under a rock. You're not under a rock, Clapped. You are just, I know you're young, So he probably wouldn't influence you in the way that he's influenced some of us older people. It's okay, Steve. I already told you guys it's okay. But I do challenge you guys to look it up on YouTube if you can and watch an episode of one of his shows. I know there are full episodes on there. You did not know him very well. It's a heartbreaking story. You're learning more about him now, and you just have to say respect. Yeah. Amazing guy. You've been watching food TV for like 15 years. He was by far the coolest guy from the start. 100%. Like, I know when I was working long nights in kitchens and I would get home super late and be like, well, I'm not really ready for bed. That's what I would put on to fall asleep to, is like any of his shows. And you do learn a lot, and he kind of humbles you as you watch it. I feel like he was kicked off the travel food TV shows. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what happened with that. I haven't stayed up to date on what he's been up to lately. You've seen his shows in the past. It's just been a while. Before you travel, you always look to see what he had in the area. If you didn't visit the area, you would take his advice and eat in the least expected places for the best food. Exactly, Lemon. That's exactly all I've done. The one episode of him in America where he eats the spaghetti with meat sauce and piles of cheese. And he has hot dogs and this drink where they fill your cup with every soda on the fountain machine. Yeah. What else? I know he did an episode in Toronto where they went to eat poutine and a bunch of other stuff. And Sam and I went and ate at the poutine place there, and honestly, it wasn't that good. That was like the one disappointing thing. But the poutine spot now is a chain restaurant. Compared to when he ate at it, I don't think that's how it was. So that's the classic case of a restaurant getting too big and not being able to keep up their quality in food, which is sad because it happens too often. He was a mentor more on his view of life and the world, more so than the cooking. Someone you just always respected. Totally. Like I said, he never really had a cooking show, so you didn't ever see him cook. But just the way that he talked about food and what he learned about it is super, super respected. Cheers, Yahtzee. Good to see you in here, man. I know this isn't on topic, but who listens to ASMR? I do not. Okay, so now I thought this would be nice for us to pick a recipe from his book for me to cook on stream next week. We'll do an homage stream. Maybe I'll even do it early on, like Monday-ish. Who drinks cold beers? This person does. Cheers, yachts. I know you probably have one already. So I don't know if you guys have seen this book or have it. I know Elvin said he has it. But I have only really flipped through it. I've not actually cooked anything out of this yet. So what are we feeling? Let's first pick a section and then I think go from there. So there's breakfast. There's one called Fight. What is that? Oh, like healthy food from when he was learning jujitsu. Eggs! You guys, thanks for the 200 biddies. Seriously? Thank you so much. That is much appreciated. You guys know that. Feeling the love from afar, as always. My boys. Canadians don't mess around with poutine. I know. I was a little disappointed. I mean, it wasn't bad. There was a lot of cheese. But the gravy was like, could have been better. Okay, so. Maybe I should just like open it to a page. We'll just be like, yeah. So like this is totally him. If you guys need a photo to be like, who is this guy? This is totally him. His strength was French cuisine. Anything like that in there, bone marrow or sea urchin was his thing. Oh, do some roasted bone marrow. The page I opened up to was ravioli of salt cod with lobster sauce. Now, not fancy at all. Lasagna bolognese, mac and cheese. Linguine with white clam sauce. That is doable. Maybe we'll make up some pasta or something and do a seafood pasta. I think he would like that. Oh, there's his best friend, Eric. Love him. They were together quite frequently on the shows as well. The Grill Bitches Bar Nuts. That's what a recipe is called. And it's just roasted nuts covered with brown sugar, cinnamon, and cayenne. So just spiced nuts. Bagna cotta. He was a noodle guy. Pick the hardest one. One interview, he said he did a lot of drugs. Yes. Oh my God. Mortadella and cheese sandwich. You guys, I have a love affair with mortadella. And cheese. Let's just say that. He says, I was introduced to this monster of deliciousness at Bar do Mane in Sao Paulo, Brazil. It is, I gather, a rite of passage for visitors to the city, a beloved heap of oozing awesomeness, of reflection or mutation, of Brazil's proud and powerful Italian dimension. They sure as hell don't have this in Italy, but maybe they should. Yeah, Repair found him. So sad, disc. Banh mi. Okay, these are all the sandwiches. I mean, I love sandwiches, you guys. So I am also down to do that because we don't often do that. Like a meatball parm hero, yes. New England clam chowder. Okay, let's go back here. Oh, what about a laksa? 54. Has anyone here had a laksa? I've had it once and it was amazing. So it says in the hierarchy of steaming hot bowls of magical broth and noodles, laksa is the absolute top, the best, the most delicious. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it will cure what ails you. I'm not saying this is the greatest laksa recipe in the world. It surely isn't, but I'm hoping it will give you an idea of how good laksa can be. So this laksa has chicken in it, and shrimp, and eggs. And then it has vermicelli noodles, coconut milk, bean sprouts, cilantro, and sambal. And you like make a homemade curry paste pretty much. Hey AOT, how are you? Just do the whole book. Okay, maybe I'll just pick a recipe on my own since you guys are having a hard time. I'll go through it. I'll pick one. Shouldn't be that hard. I mean, mortadella and cheese sandwich. So simple, but so good. We can make some crazy sides or desserts to go with it, though. Right. Right. I'm going to quickly run upstairs for a sec to see dinner timings, and then I'll be right back and we can start to finish off the rest of the prep. No reservations yet. Man, pick something unique, and I'll definitely pick something that I have never made before so that I can learn as well. we have an hour to crush everything. I think that's more than doable. That's what I was thinking, Lemon. Flip the pages quick and say this one is for Tony, and that's it. Okay, let's do it. You guys trust my decision? Thanks. Okay, let's pick it that way. So I'm not going to look. Like I said, I've not read this complete book yet. I've just flipped through it and been like, everything sounds so good. So I'm just going to end up picking a page and I'm just going to open the book and see where we end up. I think that's a fun way to do it. And I don't really remember all the sections either, so this won't end well. Yes, it will. We trust Tony. We trust him. Whatever we end up at, it's going to be delicious. Okay. Go like somewhere in the middle. Actually, sorry. There we go. Ready? If it's the laksa again, it's just meant to be. I honestly did not flip the page, nothing. Oh, that sounds good. Malarettis with wild boar sugo. So it's a pasta with a meat sauce. So, so good. This is for you, Tony. You guys want me to read out the intro to get us pumped, or I will save it for next time. But I've never made this kind of pasta before. I just want to see how it is made. It looks kind of like gnocchi, and then they get rolled. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then I might be able to find wild boar. I'll send a message to the butcher shop tonight and just see if they have that at all. Otherwise, I'll probably just do some really nice fresh ground pork. This sounds great, guys. I am just going to tear off a piece of paper and put that in there. And we are going to be making this next week. Boom. Sounds just like him, totally. Pumped. Thanks for that, everyone. We needed that. Can I get boar? I should be able to. It's like a cavatelli, exactly. Which I've never made that either. F for Bourdain. Yep. Or you can sub fish for the pork. I feel like he's just shaking his head right now. Like, no. You can't. Okay, let's get to prepping the potatoes. We are just going to have them and put them into a pot with cold water. When am I going to be cooking it? I don't know. I mean, you guys can decide whatever works best for everyone that's in chat right now. I have nothing planned out for next week. Is it on mute? No, it shouldn't be. It's just you, girl. Okay, so we're getting into our duo of baby potatoes. I got reds and Yukons in here. Yeah, he would come back just to kick our butt if we subbed boar for fish. No, Optrix. Cook it when you're over, Steve? Well, you better hurry your butt up. I feel like that's pushing limits too much. We'll go with the bigger one. Boom. Chef, how's it going, man? It's been a while. Have things been well? He did martial arts. He did. You are right, Thunderstruck. His ex-wife got him into that. And I am not up to date on what happened between them. But I did read a tweet this morning from a chef saying that this was like the happiest he's seen Tony in a long time. So this didn't really make sense. Yes, a certified badass indeed. Came back just in time. Works crazy right now. Yeah, I guess the summertime is ramping up, hey? Vancouver gets just insane in the summer. It doesn't make sense to me either, chef. And that is what is like so troubling. It's like we have been losing so many great people recently to mental illnesses. And it's not something to take lightly. And especially people that are so successful and like have such a big influence on the rest of the world. I don't know. It just really bugs me. Like, just hits home, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it, really. I'm shook up. No, you're not living in Vancouver, Steve. You're working in Victoria. Victoria's a lot more tame. One's own thoughts can be menacing. It's so true, Thunderstruck. It's like you can literally poison yourself with your thoughts. And if you go too far without getting help, it can be tragic. And some people feel like that's just their last resort, which sucks. Sammy and I were talking about that today. It's like just how fragile life can be and like how easy it is to leave. Yeah, we will never know. But that is the part that is the worst. Is they're gone now, and we'll never know how we could have fixed it. But all I'm going to end with is that the world was great to have him. We were so lucky to know him while he was here. And hopefully he is resting easy. Hello, eyebrows. What's up, Rise? How are you? Seriously, people are saying it's conspiracy theory. That would make me upset too. I'm already upset. Like, why would you say that? So now we're just going to cover these with cold water and some salt. And you want just enough water to cover the potatoes. You don't want to completely fill the pot, because then you're going to end up with mushy potatoes. And we'll do a teaspoon of salt. I'll just cover that for now. Next up, we will slice our garlic scapes that we pickled last week for our garnish. You had a nice week. That is great, Rise. That is so good to hear. The 1,000 follow challenge. Salt. Just sprinkling some salt. Yes, I loved that episode. Honestly, I loved every episode that he did. Every single one was super entertaining. And it was real. That is the other part, is like when things went wrong, they didn't just cut that out. They showed what happened the whole time. Yeah, he will forever live on from how he touched everyone around him. Sounds good, Optrix. Have a great weekend, man. Enjoy these days now that you're free. I'll catch you next week. More salt. With Bennington, they said it was conspiracy that someone killed him. Weird. Lurk mode. Chef's gotta clean it up. Sounds good. Hey, Armored, how are you? Let's grab these pickles and get a little tasty taste on them. Pretty excited for this. And I think I'm going to take a bathroom break. It's about that time, isn't it? It should have been taken seriously. Mental illness is no joke. Yeah, you've seen it in so many people. Yeah, just like a listening ear is honestly all they need. Sometimes it's better if you don't know the person that you're explaining your problems to, because they might see your situation differently and offer you a way out. Just a different perspective can mean the whole world to you. Pickle for a nickel. His fishing shows, he couldn't catch shit. Yeah, I loved that one. That was so good. Okay, bathroom break, and then we'll be back to taste these lovelies. Buttery tatties. Yeah, we already went over this. What is butter not good with? Raw fruits. That's where we came up with. That's where we stopped. Well, I can definitely never sneakily drink on stream because every time I do, my cheeks just turn bright red. A little bit of butter spread on raw apple slice. Yeah, exactly, Lemon. So not all raw fruits are bad with butter. That's exactly what I thought when I went to the bathroom. I was like, apple would probably be the only one that works. Okay, ready? We pickled those. Yes, we did. That snap of the seal is sometimes the most satisfying sound. Am I drunk? Not even. I've had like half of this 3.9% beer. He was in Portland on a book tour a few years back, chatting up with his 2-year-old daughter. At the end, he opened it up for a question. I asked if he might ever consider writing a children's book. He looked you square in the face and said, F no. Your heart started fluttering. Love it. That's how real he is, though. Like, he did what he wanted, and that's it. He stuck to what he believed in. Did not pretend he was anyone else. Love it. Yeah, I just chug beers in the bathroom. That's it. It's not actually a bathroom break, it's a beer break. Oh, these smell good. We don't need too many. It's say we're probably good with this amount. And when I was making up this menu, I asked Sammy if he thought I should put capers in. And then I was like, probably shouldn't, because the garlic scapes will give that really nice briny flavor instead of the capers. And then obviously a little bit of garlic as well. And since it's after 4 now, I'm gonna take the salmon out, and that can start to warm up to room temperature, because we're gonna be baking it within the next 20 minutes. It was a fast break. Yeah, I am a pro at bathroom breaks. Remember that day? Yes, Millie. I'm glad you remember it. Yeah, you're just stressing me out, Steve. It just tastes like a dill pickle. It's super good. It's not tough or anything like that. It doesn't even taste that garlicky either. So I'm just going to cut this on the bias, just so we get a little bit more surface area. Just nice thin slices like that. It almost looks like asparagus when we cut it that way. Just the only awkward thing is that they're super curly. So it's a little bit difficult to slice. But just use the tip of your knife, or just cut it into sections and cut it that way. What's the drinking age in BC? Yeah, it's 19. Death, he sounded rude. That is just how he is. How he was. I don't like saying was. It feels too weird. Yeah, he totally would deny it at first and then be like, don't tell anyone I'm here. He just had that I don't give a heck attitude. And yeah, that's totally part of his charm. You have tinned chili and tinned hot dogs. Do you mix? That's a yes. That's a hard yes. I'm surprised you had to ask that, Rise. I mean, what else are you going to do with it? I know, tinned. I don't know if I've ever eaten a tinned hot dog. Is it the cocktail wieners or sausages? Tinned hot dogs. I know you're blowing everyone's mind, Rise. Okay, so after we do this, we're going to turn our oven on to preheat. And then after that, we can turn our potatoes on to boil, and everything will come together quick. We will be done at the end of the hour. So we're gonna end the stream an hour early today. Let everyone go and enjoy their weekend. We're not judging. We're not judging. I think these pickles are gonna go so good with the salmon. You feel judged. Well, I'm not judging you. I mean, it could be worse. You could have no food to choose from and be starving. So just be thankful for that. Mini hot dogs in a can with lime and chili. That is new to me. Thunderstruck. I've never had hot dogs with lime and chili. It kind of sounds scary, but I would try it just because I would have to. So there's their garnish. I think I'm going to chop up some chives as well. Some fine chopped chives. This is Brian. Hello. How's it going? These little guys that we set aside earlier when we were going over the harvest. You would not mind a chili dog now, see? It got you thinking. Rise gave you inspiration for your meal. Totally gains. That's totally it. They grow wild there. Yeah, chives are like a weed. They grow wild a lot of places. You eat weenies wrapped with the tortilla and tapatio. What is tapatio? Just working on your recipes, Brian. That's cool. What kind of recipes are you coming up with? So these guys, chop them as fine as you can. That'll just like elevate your plate to restaurant quality really quick. That's the easiest way to make your food look fancier, is to have a couple different garnishes that will go nice with everything. And by garnishes, I don't mean just putting a sprig of rosemary into a steak. Like, they should be edible and easy to eat with your meal. So typically it should be chopped up. You sent some pictures in Discord. Yay! Sounds good. Gotta love that Discord. You've never seen chives in the wild, Viune. Dang. Well, talking to Sam's mom a bit, she said there's a lot of wild leeks in Germany, which she actually can find in Ontario, which is super cool, where she lives now. So maybe you have some other lovely stuff that you are not knowing about. It's like Tabasco sauce. Interesting. Oh, I think I know what hot sauce that is. I believe I've seen it before, because the name sounded familiar. Parsley has a purpose. Yeah, not on the rim of a plate. Please do not put chopped parsley on the rim of a plate. That is not the purpose it's meant to serve. That is probably my least favorite garnish. Okay, looking at Discord real quick. Just want to see what you're up to. Oh, yum. That looks good, Brian. Those ribs, though. When you go out biking and the countryside smells like chives. Yep. I feel you, Death. Yeah, I love people who are straight up and honest. And that is exactly how I am. There's no beating around the bush. Don't give me none of that. You're either in or you're out. I don't want no half-ass stuff. You have blackberries there too, Viune? I am guessing our blackberries will be ready in around 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Tomorrow you're gonna make cube sushi and orange chicken. Yum. I've never made pressed sushi yet. Let's turn on our oven. 425 Fahrenheit. And then I'm just getting a sheet pan out for the salmon. Which I'm just gonna line the pan with parchment. Are we ready for this? I know you guys are like in love with this salmon. It's pretty dirty. Holy, look at that, the complete buttered crust. Let's just put that back on. Pretend like nothing happened at all. Nothing to see here, guys. Washing my hands. That's not a lot of butter yet. We need more. And for you, I present a butter cracker. So bad. We have 12 minutes for the oven to heat up, which I think is perfect timing. Now, I'm gonna get out another large pot, which we're gonna cook the Swiss chard in. You want a lid for it as well, because it benefits from being covered and steamed. You're having a meal that every 6-year-old wants. Smiley face fries. Yes! Those are actually legit. I love those fries. They're like mashed potato inside. How am I, player? I am well. How are you? I mean, things could be worse and things could be better, but I am still well. I am healthy. I am alive. That's all I can really ask for. I'm surrounded by awesome people. How are you, though? That is the important question. You're good. That is good. See, Sushi Day is prepping a whole catfish. That's amazing. I saw one at the store yesterday that was marked down 25% off. I was like, maybe I shouldn't get it. For $1 a bag, that's a good price. That's a good price, man. Okay, guys. So most of our prep is done. We are just going to be chilling for the rest of the stream while we cook. Nice and easy stream. I think we deserve that today. It's fraiche. It's a big fish. Yeah, I just saw the cover photo on their website on Belly. I was like, holy, it's massive. Now you're going to sleep. Good night, Harry. Hope you have a great weekend. 1:23. Yeah, it's getting late for you. Time for sleep. A cook told you that you cook salmon until it turns white. Doesn't sound right to me. Oh my God, Rebecca Black. Please don't. We can't. So, I think what they were trying to say, Lemon, is that when you're cooking salmon and you start to see the white liquid come out of the salmon, that's how you know it's close to being done. So it's similar in sense to a beef steak, is how we are taught or how we have learned to cook steak is when you flip it over on the grill and you start to see the juices coming out, like the red juices, the blood. That's when it's like medium rare. So as soon as the blood starts coming out, you're at medium rare. Anything after that, obviously, it's going to go closer to well. So same thing with salmon, except the blood is actually comes out white instead. So once you see that coming up, you know you're around medium rare. I would leave it on for maybe a minute or two more, and you should get like a perfect cook every time. If you pull the salmon out and it's like completely covered in like the dried white blood stuff, I would say it's going to be more overcooked. So you don't want to like have the juice come out and then continue to cook it for a lot longer. Don't do it. So the white goo is a good thing. Yeah, that's all your good fats. Like, people don't know that part, right? That's all your really good fats and juices coming out of the fish as it cooks. You don't want to lose that stuff. So I hope that helps people be able to cook salmon a little bit better. Or you can just use a thermometer, which I know you guys have seen me do that before. And that's just the most accurate way you will know. Okay, we are inching up on 4:30, so I'm gonna turn on the potato pot. Get those boiling. And even if they're done a couple of minutes early, it's okay. They will stay hot in the pot. Potatoes stay warm for a really long time just because of the starch and sugar in them. So if you've ever gotten like really hot potato on your hands before, it hurts right away. Like, it stays super hot. A good fat butt is always good. What, Thunder? That was such a good question, though, Lemon. Stream 2 streams at once. It's not easy. Nope. Like, how do you pay attention to both at the same time? Okay, so we have pasta with a boar ragu next week, as well as Optrix's request for his donate yesterday. He wants me to make a whole fish. So depending on what fish I get will depend on the other sides as well. But he's also requested for me to do this Indian style roasted cauliflower. Sorry, that sound was just tripping me out. So the cauliflower is roasted with turmeric and mustard seeds, I believe. So it'll be a really nice yellow color. So we'll kind of plan the rest of that dish to contrast everything else. Yeah, pass it on, guys. Oh, you guys are my favorite, playing hot potato in chat. Seriously? Whoa, Butt. I haven't seen Butt in forever. She got a new figurine and it's so cute. Lemon, I just saw your new posts in the page as well. Team Coco. Brian and AOT, welcome to Discord as well, everyone. Please do not play with food. Don't do it. It's too dangerous. Or play with knives, as we learned about Buff's unfortunate situation yesterday. Oh man, Rise, you dropped it? Come on. Balance volume 101. I do leave 2 volumes on, but you miss stuff at times. Well, at least like Sushi and my voice are not super similar. Okay guys, my goal today for followers, or for the week, was to hit 775. We are one away. We're there. We're pretty much there. You always play with food, sculpt masterpieces. Yeah. I mean, I've not done too much of the fruit sculptures and stuff like that, but we did get to do a little bit of ice sculpting in one of my cold dish classes in culinary. That was cool. Join Angelo's Discord. Who is Angelo and what does he do? And welcome in, Rustum. How did I know it was sushi? Just a guess. And plus Death posted the multi-twitch, so. I don't know Angelo, I don't. Is that a sin or what's going on? Get my plate out to plate our dinner on. And I think I'll just cut this in half. And we'll use half to quickly juice over the chard once it's cooked, freshen it up a bit. So we do have some pretty rich side dishes there. Julian Brandt is in the Discord. I'm gonna ask you again, who's that? Okay, 2 minutes on our oven heating up, and then that salmon is going in. Yay, Shadow, I'm not alone. Her and Killen and modding some others. Sweet. Sweet. Julian Brandt is a football player. I never watch football. I'm sorry. But that is just not my thing. Sports ball. I should join anyways. I don't know if that's a good enough reason. Do you know what Discord account is yours? Is football to me soccer or football? It is football. Yeah, I think in North America everywhere it's soccer and then football. Lemon! Vile Ape. Do I know who that is? And thank you for gifting a sub to them. I so much appreciate you guys bringing in new people to support the channel. That is awesome. So thank you so much. Super cool. Welcome in, Vile. I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you for the follow as well, Brian. I believe I hit my goal now, 775 followers. He will be following soon. Okay, sounds good. Shadow, yeah, everything's just sports ball. I like it. Hype. Gamer God, thank you. How's it going? Yeah, we hit our goal. Yes. Football. Football. I am stepping on some Swiss chard. So let's pick that up. Okay, our oven's just about to beep. The salmon's going in. The cookery will commence. All right, salmon. We are going to set a 15-minute timer and check it at that point. The steaks are pretty thick, so I'm guessing it will take closer to 20, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Steampunk, you were late. Yep. We'll forgive you, though. Can you have too much onion? Not in this chat. In real life, yes. You can definitely have too much onion. But in the chat, never. Alright, salmon. See you in a little bit. No, we won't, Gamer God. Okay, now we're definitely chilling. Am I talking to my dead fish? Yes. I named him Simon? No. I don't know what his name is, but we can call him that. How do we know it's a guy? Are you assuming his gender rise? This beer is exactly what I needed, just so you know. It's like feeling more relaxed now about the situations of today. Oh yeah, Tris, how is Rando? So Betty texted him yesterday seeing how things were. I'm not sure if he replied yet, but sometimes he's really bad and takes like a week to reply, no joke. And is like, sorry, I'm busy. But I'm hoping everything is good, Trist. I know he's just been busy working on his house. Vile Ape, thanks for the follow and welcome in. I drink beer. Doesn't that cause cancer? I'm pretty sure everything causes cancer in this day and age. It's been too long. I agree, Trist. We miss him around here. Cook with Buzz. A friend to the woman of shame, Aloy. The fish name is now Tasty. I like it. It's tasty. Take a shot for every cheer. All right, boys, let's get her drunk. We can't play those kind of games, Thunderstruck. I guess Twitch kind of changed their rules where we can't drink that way. Like, I can't drink to get you guys to give me money. Sadly. Am I Alloy? I am not. Okay, they're out of town. See? I know nothing. Potatoes are just about to boil. You miss having him around. Me too. You wanted Simon to live. Oh. Maybe next time. Maybe there's another Simon out there for you guys. I'm just grabbing the olive oil out. That's gonna be for the Swiss chard. Captain Bance. Thank you. Thank you for that. The fish's name is Salmon. Yeah, Steve, why is it not working? Imagine a beer just like appeared in front of you. Thank you for the follow. A friend to the woman of shame. Simon will now be in a butter place. Love it. Okay. Our taters are boiling. So I just propped the lid half open there. And I'm guessing those will take around 10 minutes to boil until they're done. Maybe a little bit less. Let's take a peek. Oh, it's melted off. The butter melted off, but all of the herbs and flavorings have stayed on top, which is exactly what I wanted. I know, it was a good joke, Trist. Simon will now be in a butter place. Donation for beer, does that count as bootlegging? No, I don't think that counts. Like, donation for me to buy beer? But if you donate to get me to drink beer, it's not gonna happen. Goat to King, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Let's post this for all the newbies that are coming in. I'll just leave that there. So anyone with the Prime sub, you have until June 29th to enter the contest. And obviously that way it's free. Have I ever cooked a goat? I have not. I have cooked lamb, but I've never actually cooked goat. I've eaten goat. How about for every new sub you'll take a hit off the pipe? Not even that, Trist. Not even that's a thing. And plus, I'm pretty sure I would die. Near-death experience. Yeah, nope, not happening. Death is my advisor, and we have worked these things out. He guides me in the right direction. You'd look daft in an apron anyway. No, you wouldn't. Believe me, once you put this on, you feel like you can do anything. It's like a suit of armor. You've helped cook goat. Amazing. How did you cook it? In the ground? Please say yes, Lemon. Goat lives matter. It's true. A drink of water for every follow. And then I would go to the bathroom and drink the beer. I get it, Steve. I understand now. Okay, I'm going to poke the potatoes and see how far out we are. We're around halfway there. Birria stew. It was braised and then put in a stew. Oh man, I've heard about that. Are you the one that told me about it? Because someone else has mentioned this. That is just unreal. That and the shoes, unstoppable. I'm not actually wearing my safety shoes today. You get all the ladies wearing that apron. Yeah, steampunk. You went to a dinner with a Samoa family and they were cooking pig in the ground. I need to do that. That is something I still want to do, is cook something in the ground. Man, even if it's just vegetables. It's smelling very buttery in here. And I am okay with this. But I'm just gonna let a little bit of fresh air in. It looks like the wind and the rain has calmed down. How could I not wear the safety shoes? Because I was harvesting the vegetables from the garden in them, and then they got wet, and I didn't want to make tracks all over the house. So I just left them on the carpet to dry. You just can't make a game out of it. Yeah, exactly. With small diced onion and fresh oregano. Yum. How freaky is this Friday so far? Honestly, man, it's pretty tame. We mourned the loss of a great person earlier, and then we went on to the drinks. So that's where we're at. I am almost done this beer. And we're cooking early today, man. R.I.P. Angle. Or Angelo, sorry. Angel of Death. Let's turn up the heat. Let's do it, oh Matt. How was your day? Are you ready for the weekend? Oh no. I want some of the ginger wine. You had a bit too much. I think that's a lie. Maybe you just didn't have enough. Oh my goodness, the salmon looks delicious. Boozing it up to his legacy. Yeah, if we were to pay an honest homage to Tony, we would all be hammered right now. 100%. You know when you had a bit too much. Yeah, I'm just bugging you. Is it a fan oven? It is not a convection oven. Oh, dang. Dang, Omat, you had a very bad sleep. Well, at least your ginger wine is going to help you sleep really good tonight. Vile Ape? Are you alive? Is it you? Let me check these potatoes first, Tris. See where we're at. We don't really want them to fall apart. I think like 1 or 2 minutes more, and then we'll strain them, put some butter on them. Oh shoot, we need to chop some dill. See, I knew there was one thing missing. What's my favorite mixed drink? I used to drink rum and cokes a lot when I was younger, but I think I don't really have a favorite anymore. I would probably lean towards like gin and soda now. But yeah, the hurricane sounds really good. I've never had that before. I like to experiment tasting like fancy cocktails if we go out somewhere nice. 7 and 7. What is that? We got some dill, guys. Hey, that is it for that. We finished it off, and we didn't have to throw up that much. Rum and Coke or gin and Saint Germain. I'm with you, Shadow. Yeah, those are my 2 faves. By far. Okay, so these are just tender. Let's strain out the water. I will cut off some nubs of butter. It's not going to be a small amount. Probably like that. Like 1/8 of a cup. I feel like this probably is not enough though. Or we'll just spoon on some of the butter from the fish when it comes out. Jaeger is nice. Jaeger is not bad. I don't mind taking shots of that. Although I haven't had one in a long time. So I might take that back. Yum. Okay, so that burner is still really hot. So why don't we switch the pot over to this guy that's cold. And then we can do the chard on the hot burner. Jack Sparrow, why is the rum always gone? Angel of Death with the follow again. Thank you. Oh, yeah, Negroni. Negroni as well. I'm going to throw that in there too. Love to start a meal with a Negroni. Let's just put the lid on that to keep it warm while we prep the dill. And we have a minute left on the salmon. Woo-hoo. I think we got some brown butter happening. She's a wee bit smoky. Will do, Stream Elements. You want some Alfredo sauce. You'll put any food on it and eat it. Yep. Booze does get this chat going. They're so funny. Even though not everyone here drinks. Look at this, guys. That sizzle sound, though. Yum. Let's get a little close up on this guy. So all of the flavoring stayed on, but the butter melted off, which is perfect. So now, if I stick my thermometer down into there, see where it's at because this is the biggest one. And then we'll know how much time is left for it to cook. Homegrown potatoes, unfortunately not, but soon. Our plants are going crazy right now. But the potatoes are grown in Canada, which is important to me. Yay, Tig. Yeah, you are back just in time. So this is only at 100, and there is a bone in here. So that's why I decided to temp it instead. So we want to bring this up to around 130. But you know what? It feels done is the thing. Maybe this bigger one is not. So let's do a couple more minutes and then I'll take off the smaller ones and finish off this big guy. That'll give us some time to chop the dill. Smoke has filled the house. Where's Sammy? He is in the bedroom. He's still having a nap. Fish does cook really fast. That's why you have to watch it closely. I always recommend setting timers when you cook fish so that you don't really have to guess. Top it with ketchup, lemon. Can't just top everything with ketchup. Me and Shadow are dying reading that. The ways to go then? No. We're almost there. It'll cook a lot faster than you think. Like for that to come up that couple of degrees, just a few minutes more. Let's prank him waking him up. No. I mean, he's already injured. I want the man to rest. Not put him through more despair. Is he 80? No, he just sprained his ankle. He's had a day. There is a ketchup cake with ketchup frosting. Yes! See that? You need to make and let me know how it is. Yeah, if you ever meet Lemon, just show up with ketchup and lemons and all will be well. Okay, so now this has to get brought over to our pot of potatoes. The butter has already melted in. Ketchup has its place in the bin. Oh, Matt, you don't like ketchup at all? Not even on fries? I always find when you're putting dill with potatoes, always use a bit more than you think. Just because potatoes need a bit more seasoning than your typical vegetable. Just because they are starchy. Roberto, hello, how are you? Ketchup is in your blood. You don't like ketchup, you like tomato sauce. Have you ever made your own ketchup? Okay, we are getting super smoky in the oven. So I'm gonna take that salmon out, take the smaller pieces off so they can rest. Woohoo! That's the only downside of cooking with butter. And here we go, lemon. So now you can see the fat starting to come out. This is exactly what we were just talking about. So the white juices that are starting to get cooked, that means our fish is now close to medium in temperature, whereas the big one, you can see that that has not happened yet. So we know all of these are done. I'm guessing this will need a minute more. And then the butter that is in this tray right now that keeps kind of smoking up the oven, let's pour that onto the potatoes before it goes back in. But these look so good. I'm well, Roberto. Thanks for asking. You never made your own ketchup, but the ones in a bottle you don't like. Yeah, they're super sweet, hey? Definitely have their own pronounced flavor. Can't think of a thing you use ketchup on. Only reason you have it in the house because of fast food drives. Yep. Finding Nemo 3. What? Okay, let's do this. We're being that person. And this fish, it is hot, but I will hold it. The juices. Okay, 1 minute more. And then we should be good. And now we will need to season the potatoes. So let's salt them up a bit. And pepper. And then after that, I'm going to cover the fish with just some foil. And we'll tent it. That way it won't continue to cook. So one more mixy mix. It's totally okay if these get a little bit mashed up as well. I find they just turn out better that way, actually. If you kind of smash the skin. Okay, let's take this little guy out to try. We'll cool it off a bit first. And then turn on our pot for the chard. Everything's coming together. Did I scrape off the white stuff? No. I did not. Like I said, it's really healthy for you. So I would rather not scrape it off. Vial 8. You made it. Steve. Your name is not Steve. It is Steven. Streaming from your kitchen. What? Okay. I was like, Albus, what do you mean you're streaming? This is new to me. Excuse me, I had a sneeze. How is the stove looking? You guys can see everything okay? By streaming, you mean watching Kate? Yes. Okay, I might have smoked it up a bit in here. Let me open up a window. The cloud. Looks like we're doing some vaping in here. Insanity. Okay. Back to our chard. So just a little bit of olive oil to cover the bottom of the pot. It should be hot pretty quick. And I might even just bump up the hood fan for the next little bit. Your body craves certain sauces when it comes to food. Never changes with anyone who likes sauce on a meal. That's true. Albus, you're cooking sausages. What kind? Okay, this is hot first. I'm just going to turn the oven off for the salmon, but I want the chard in now. So it might splat. Try and get it in really quick. And then cover it like that for a minute. Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay, last piece of salmon is out. It looks really good. Lemon! You've got to go. Thanks for everything, and thank you for the 300 biddies. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I can't wait to see you on Monday. Have a good hike as well. I know you're planning on doing that. And don't back out. Okay, salmon has been taken off of the sheet pan so it won't overcook. I just put it under the foil with the rest of the pieces. And let's give this chard a stir. I'm just gonna use tongs for it. And while we stir that, I'm gonna try this potato. That is some aggressive sizzling. Just saying. Let's not forget to put that in the chard. The potato was seasoned perfectly, guys. We don't need to add anything else to it. And I'm thinking this chard is pretty much done. Like I said, it's a super quick cook. And especially if you cover it. Let's take that out of there so it doesn't overcook. Show you guys how much it cooked down, because that's always awesome to me. If you can see through the steam. Okay, so just a squirt of lemon in here. And don't do this too early because the acid will start to make your chard go brown. So do it right before you plate. And then we'll just quickly season that as well. Lemon brought you here. That's what she said. But she didn't tell me much. I haven't been asked that question too much, so don't worry about that. Never be afraid to ask me anything. I'll just say that now. I don't get annoyed very easily. I think it's just called story death. I think it's in there. Let me just check. Yeah, it's just called story. So there you go, Vial 8. But I have worked in a ton of different restaurants, from a golf course to opening a taqueria to working in a restaurant in a greenhouse. What else? An Irish pub. A resort in Jasper. So let's just try this chard. No problem, Vial. It is super nice and bright. And I'm just making sure all the black specks in here are actually pepper and not sand. What? Mies? Hello! Happy Friday. How was work? And so I'm just going to put this aside, grabbing the creme fraiche out, and we're going to get ready to plate. Let's check out how thick this has gotten. I'm guessing very. Yeah, in what way are you fluffy now? Ready? So there we go. Like, that texture is exactly what you want. It's so good. So this is homemade creme fraiche. You can make it within typically 3 to 4 days. The stream has been really good, Mies. We've been having a lot of fun together. Remembering Anthony Bourdain and all of his legacy that he leaves behind. So we want a nice spoonful of this because this is going to be good with both the salmon, the potatoes, and also the chard. And I think, okay, so I guess we're dropping it right there. It has been decided, and I'm just going to swoop it along the plate. Kind of make a nice layer for everything. Like that. No gimp, this is homemade, pretty much sour cream. But it's creme fraiche. And all it is 2 cups of whipping cream and 3 tablespoons of buttermilk. Mix that up, let it sit out, exposed to air for 3 days, and then put it in the fridge. And then you get an amazing sour cream. Next up, I'm gonna do the greens on the bottom. I'm gonna go over to the stove, and then I'm gonna do the potatoes. So Swiss chard is quite deceiving in how much you need to put on a plate, just because it does cook down so much. But you'll learn as you eat it that you don't need much to be full afterwards. And I'm just gonna try and split that into 4 portions. Onto our potatoes, which I'm going to make a little mound of that on top of the Swiss chard. And that will be the base where we put our salmon. So make sure you kind of flatten it out as well. That's where we're at so far. Chef, how was cleaning? You're scared of what, Armored? The creme fraiche? Honestly, don't be scared. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly take off the skin on the outside of the salmon, which you should be able to peel off nice and clean if you cooked your fish right. And then because I don't really want to dig through the bones in the middle of it, I'm just going to plate it like this. So just be aware though that when you buy a salmon steak, there is bones in the center here. But they are big and they are very easy to take out. Cleaning is cleaning. No one likes it. You taught yourself to cook a few years ago after a breakup. One of the best things you did for yourself. Yeah, exactly, Val. So now we're going to top the salmon with our sliced pickled garlic scapes. And these are going to go really good with everything. And then lastly, just a little sprinkling of fresh chives. And it's okay if they kind of go all over the plate. I like when that happens. But it is important to keep that white space as well. You don't want to crowd the whole thing. I feel ya, Chef. Yeah, that was the worst thing. After cooking on your feet all day, it's like, okay, now I gotta go home and clean. Hope this looks good, guys. If I cook you clean, I love that one too. So that is the plate. I'm just gonna go take a quick photo and then we'll taste it up. Just gonna cover this. good. That's a good looking plate. Thanks, everyone. It's much appreciated. Okay, let's get into our salmon. See how we did. It should still be really nice and moist inside, which it is. We got that sheen. That's all we're really looking for. I'm gonna dip it a bit in the creme fraiche and maybe sprinkle some of this on just to see. Gotta see how all the flavors combine. Oh God. Really, really love the contrast of the pickled garlic scapes. Very similar in flavor to like a dill pickle. Not super garlicky. Just nicely balanced. Me too, I love salmon. So this piece was a smaller piece, so obviously it's more well done. But the other three, I'm gonna guess are like perfect medium. Going in with some potato, cream, and veg. That's the winner right there. I do think we just need a little garnish of some flake salt or sea salt. But other than that, like all the really nice light flavors are combining really well. Watched a vid on making proper scrambled eggs. Good to know how to make it now. Exactly. There is so much to learn, Vile. Okay, that is it for stream. That is a lovely plate. I'm super excited to eat it. With all the butter we used, it doesn't taste heavy, which means that we prepared it properly. Like it shouldn't be like, oh my God, there's too much butter. You shouldn't even know that butter was used. Let's just say it that way. You should just be like, this is so good. I don't know how they prepared it. Okay. Let's see who else is on right now. Looks like Sushi is going to be the person we're rating today since we did clink it yesterday. Thanks, Toriki. Much appreciated. Thanks, everyone. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for being here with this stream for me. It was awesome talking about Anthony and all your guys' memories of him. Let's go raid Sushi and end this week off great. Get your endings ready. Chef, I don't know if you're streaming tonight, man, but good luck with everything. Yes, thank you, Lemon, for gifting the sub to Vile. Much appreciated, guys. Oh, Vile, just so you know, you are entered into the draw now to win an apron. I'm doing the draw at the end of the month. That is all. Goodbye, everyone. Love you guys.